If you only had any idea what it takes for me to do it, you understand why I do all these different things. Anywho, DJ Who the F Ever, we are live from Grind City, PA, JPB TV live broadcast center, man. I'm super duper excited. We got my man D Angel in the building, the author of this book right here, Through the Test of Times. And I'm trying to tell you, if you didn't get this book yet, you might want to. We're going to talk about it, but before we do, we're going to go check and make sure we are what we say we are. We're going to go to our most popular place that people like to watch it besides Periscope, and that is Facebook.com/GoLiveTvHour, the page. Let's go see if we are there. We are there. That's awesome. I can see us. So that means you should be able to see us. Now, y'all already know. If you don't know, I'm going to show you. If you want to share this show, go home and click on it and then hit the share button and just do me a good favor. Invite your friends to this, because this is going to be a great conversation. This gentleman has been through a lot of things in his life, and he has a lot of courage because he puts it in this book. And this book, to me, is like an outline of decision making. Good decision making, bad decision making, and the reasoning behind it. All the way up to growth and change. From inside the jail cell to out, and how to stay out. So we have a lot of young people that seem to think jail is our rite of passage somehow. And it seems like that is a true thing, because a lot of young people end up in jail. So we want to try to curve that. I believe that's why this gentleman wrote some of this book. The other half might be to just clear his heart. But we're going to talk about it. And if you want to call him and give him a shout out, the number is 412-475-8313. Share this show. Invite your people, my good people, because we're going to have a grand old conversation. My name is DJ Who the F Ever. This is Go Live TV Hour, our media, or power. Use it. Do not abuse it, because if you do, you might lose it. And you know I can't let that happen. Let's go ahead and do that one thing that we kind of already do. You know what it is? You know what that thing is? Do y'all know what the thing is? The thing is, we gonna go start the show. How about that? Let's get into it. Right about, what, I don't know. We could get into it. We're going to do it right now. We're going to play some dope independent music videos as well. So if I have your video, it's highly likely that we'll play it. If I don't, kind of no way that I can. So if you want to submit it, jpbtv.com, go ahead, join, register. It is free. Submit your video. You can also submit it on GoLiveTvHour.com. Let's get into the show. Oh, it's about that time, yo. Let's go. Show featuring independent artists from all over the world. Video spins, interviews, and performances. Yo, did I mention we live? Watch live on GoLiveTvHour.com, JPBTV.com, Channel 2, and Facebook.com/GoLiveTvHour. Want to be featured? Easy. Call us 412-475-8313 or visit GoLiveTvHour.com for more information. Go Live TV Hour, our media, our power. Grind City, baby. JPB. Get featured, jpbtv.com, 412-475-8313. Look, we see you before they do. We we see you before they do. Get featured, independent artists, trying to blow your name up. This is where you started. 20 years in shows, interviews, videos, live feed, studio, promotional package show. Get featured, JPB, independent media. Why not you? Get featured.
Winning, grinning for the cameras, but there's damage and assumption, plucking out your own components. I hit.
Hello?
Hey, baby, what's going on?
Hey.
Oh, man. Today was so crazy at work today, man. But sometimes these people act like I just don't really, matter. It's like I'm just trying my best to just do what I gotta do.
Yeah, let me just talk to you when I get home, okay? I can't really talk right now.
But baby, what's going on? Where are you?
I'll be home in a little bit. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Talk to me.
No, I'll talk to you later.
Just let me know what's going on.
The freedom of these people by any means necessary.
Came from that bottom, real bottom. No mainstream rhetoric involved. I walk floors that were rotten. Understanding worth and hand-me-downs long forgotten. Stole things from human beings who won't even remember they bought them. I'm tight, cause some of these spoiled kids don't know what turmoil is in. I had vivid dreams of striking where oil is. Boiling, cause the pages shown said I was royal in my bloodline. So why am I always a step behind? Bet the Bible said it loved me. The government said it covered me. It all feels like a lie when you're out your mind and hungry. When the world denies, it's hard not to hate your country. When powers that be deprive your years, you only look at life monthly. But I'm still here, polite, but I'ma say this bluntly. Cause there's a million other kids that ain't living comfy. I know they path, so I humbly call my wrath to the painful fact that ain't no doctors in they aftermath. But tell me that shit don't make you mad. Tell me it's not a tit jerker. You know better off as 40-hour-a-week workers. Cause now we can't pay rent, these shifts made us some weak workers. Used to bring the bacon, now we lucky to afford a few burgers. Robbers, murderers, skyrocketed the heights unheard of. What's a stranger's life when your baby's at home are nurtured unmanned, unplanned, and we just want that one chance. But the system broke the stance of a man, and it twisted up our sisters. I can't even glance at a man without listing the disadvantages and place advantages on what this world has handed us. It sucks, but I'ma handle biz. I go to war for these poor kids. I'm terrified to breed more kids, trying to analyze how my parents survived inside raising 4 kids. That's my sibs, 1 sis, 2 bros, raised with intent to prevent us being gangsters and hoes. Seems the plan was successful, but my worry still grows. Only concern should be if babies got 10 fingers and 10 toes. Work slow, work steady, y'all make it. That's what the rich insist, but I'm pissed cause I'm broke while the rich is caking. I need my offspring to see that I can make them something better than me. It's better that we fight for future generations as opposed to taking blows and standing wounded in their stagnation. The meek have grown impatient, so while you handed bands of that inheritance, we just might take it. We rob you blind and naked. Get out of Dodge and try to lodge up in safe havens you can't afford. What's even more, the landlord called you back and said there's nothing vacant.
You live in a poor neighborhood. You're living in an area where you have to have poor schools. When you have poor schools, you have poor teachers. When you have poor teachers, you get a poor education. Poor education, you can only work on a poor paying job. And that poor paying job enables you to live again in a poor neighborhood. So it's a very vicious cycle.
Jackson, poor kids. What's good? Turn your phone down. DJ, we got the man here. What's good?
What's up, Buttons?
Oh, man. Good to see you, man. Through the test of time, the Arthur. Shout out to everybody watching and everybody don't really understand what's going on. Don't be rude. Just pay attention and you'll see this is the flyest thing you'll ever see on the internet. JPB TV Media here. GoLiveTvHour. First of all, tell everybody where you're from and what you do, bro.
Well, I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I do construction for a living.
Construction? Yeah. Interesting. Because, when I read this book, I felt like you were doing construction on yourself. So that's why I felt like it was interesting that you chose that field of work. Do you see when you're doing, building a house as a You popular, bro. From the gate. We gotta make sure it ain't a bill collector. Go Live TV Hour. Who is on the line?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my big bro. He got his book out.
Who is this?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? This is Jarrell.
I know definitely who it is.
Well, what's cracking, Jarrell? Are you watching the show?
I'm at work right now. I'm just, chilling.
Well, that's good. Well, you'll be able to watch it later. So thank you for calling in because you live on the air right now, Broham. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bro.
Did you read the book?
Hi, big bro.
Did you read it? Hello?
Did I read it?
Yeah, did you read it?
No, I didn't read nothing.
Did you read his book, Through the Test of Time?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's definitely a page turner. I have it right now on my phone.
Yes, very dope book, man. Thank you so much for calling in. We're going to get back to the show, but we appreciate the love, man.
No, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Peace. I think people be like, what am I doing? Yes. But see, that's what we talk about. Love is love. Thank you for calling in. But seriously, he hit the nail on the head when he said it's a journey. I read this book, and some of it I laughed at, like when you went down there and delivered to the lady with the pit bull. and a lot of things I was like, and a lot of things I cried. So let's go through the journey. You spent a lot of your life, early part of your life, doing some reckless things, making some reckless decisions.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
It started off, younger, hanging out with friends, start getting into trouble. I was younger, started out just little reckless stuff, little kids do. But by the age of like 12, I was kind of like already hustling, selling drugs, started getting into that kind of stuff.
Well, let me ask you a question about this because, I'm uneducated to the drug game. It was just, my decision was to do something else. Was that because, you started this because, was there nothing else introduced to you? Was this the first thing that caught your eye that made you think you could be successful? Like, what is the attraction to the drug game?
Well, there was two things for me. First thing about it, like my older bro, he said, listen, I'm going to give you this whole pack. I'm going to see, what you can do. And, so I sold a little bit of it and, I wasn't out there all like that yet. Then I had got my sneaks stolen. And it's like the first day of school.
Somebody took your sneakers?
Took my sneaks, man.
Oh, man.
It was like, we was in gym, you know what I'm saying? So they was in the locker, came back from gym, joints missing. I'm like, man, so.
Wait a minute. How am I going to replace these sneakers?
Yeah, so that was like on my mind, like, I come from a little bit of a big family, and we wasn't rich. And it was like, darn, my people was, straight, worked hard to get what I had.
Right.
So it was like, man, I got to help out some way. I'm going to be wearing some old dusty sneakers from last year I done played in all summer. So, I went and I sold the rest of that coat. And that right there in my mind had turned me to it like, man, if I need to get it, I can always get it this way. And that was like the thing that changed my mind was that situation that happened.
Now, when you made that particular decision, from reading this book, it seemed like a whole bunch of other decisions came with that. Because when I see young people who hustle and they get that money in their hand, it changes the mind and it changes what respect means for other people, women, children, in different places in your life. Did that occur to you? When you started getting that guap, did you change, like become, for lack of a better term, kind of like an asshole a little bit?
I mean, it could take you down a bunch of different roads. I mean, me first and foremost, what it did for me, it made me feel like I had that independence, or more say, if my parents couldn't do it, I would be able to do it, and so it's almost like a freedom. Like, it gives you the freedom to, say you want this, you don't gotta wait on, you don't gotta depend on mommy and daddy. You can just go out there and get it.
I can appreciate that. We live in a society where they tell us that having things makes you someone. So I would think that had some pressure, that added some pressure to it. So you grow up, you're 12, you're 15, you're 17, you're 19, and this hustling thing ain't just for some shoes no more.
Nah.
When did it become, I don't want to stop. This is my life.
I stopped here and there. It wasn't always continuous, but I didn't stop for long, But, I turned the, like it says in my book, I turned the game into looking for people that was doing drugs at work. So I wanted to find jobs where, most of the people there wanted to get high, smoke weed, and, I just wanted to last there long enough to meet everybody that was doing something.
And get that clientele.
Get the clientele. Hey, maybe even get unemployment out of it. I'm gone.
That's kind of brilliant for a businessman, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you use your powers for good, because that's brilliant. Yeah. You go find that's what business people do. You go find your clientele and you sell them what they want. Unfortunately, you were selling them something that's really frowned upon. So you went through this journey and it got you in a whole bunch of trouble.
Oh, man.
And we get to this book, and a lot of this book, you speak about being incarcerated and going through changing your mindset with being incarcerated. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But the first thing I'd like to know is, why did you write this book?
At the time that it started, I'm not sure why. And it almost seemed to happen like, I was just in my basement and I had a lot of stuff on my mind, and I don't know, for some reason I just got up looking for a pen. I grabbed my old prison notebook and I just started writing. And it was like, as I'm writing, I wasn't even sure what was coming out immediately at first, and then I started it's hard to describe, it really is. And as I kept writing, I think I stayed in my basement for a couple days straight, and I just kept writing, and I guess I was just getting a lot off my mind. I don't know. It's just something that I still haven't yet really answered. So.
But how did it turn into a book? I write a lot, and I still can't get a book out of me. I can't get a rhyme out of me. I can't get 16 bars. So how did this getting frustration off turn into this? And this is a masterpiece. If you don't know, this is a masterpiece.
I guess after writing, and I was like, you know what? Let me help somebody. Let me help somebody else that might be in my shoes. Help somebody that ain't been in my shoes yet. Just, and that after I started doing that, I started having topics that I wanted to add to the book, and then it had a purpose after a minute. But the first thing I didn't want it to be was just like another hood book, So I kind of eliminated most of my bio because I wanted the book to be straight to the point of its purpose. A lot of guys, we could sit there, we could trade hood stories. You did this, I did that. We pretty much, you read any hood book, we pretty much have all done the same things in the street.
On a different level. What I liked about this book was you broke down, you called a section Upstate Daddy. And it was you spoke about being... You're popular, bro.
All right.
That's it. We gotta make sure your bill collectors ain't calling me, bro. I gotta check these. I gotta check it.
Man, they caught up to me.
Go Live TV Hour. Who is on the line?
It's Chanel Brooks.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What you gotta say?
I want to shout out to my brother, Aaron Brooks, being on the radio.
Well, I know it now, bro.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, congratulations.
This is actually a visual show, so you can watch it. If you're on Facebook, you can watch it on facebook.com/GoLiveTvHour. Did you get his book?
I didn't get his book yet, but I will be getting one.
You should get it. It's an awesome read, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
All right.
That's my brother's wife.
That's what's good. You see how he's all laid back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I ain't trying to be laid back on purpose,
I'm gonna have to switch up and Gemini on him because he been picking on me.
You got me on this live stream, man. You know
the camera get him shook, baby. The camera get him shook. When we come back, we're gonna go to a video break. But when we come back, we're gonna talk about the different breakdowns of this book because you spoke about women. You spoke about, like I said, upstate daddy. You spoke about making that transition from once you trying to get paroled, and you also spoke about when you got out, these different jobs that had me cracking up, and you passing your test for electrician, going through that, and still some weird decisions were made. So we're going, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the decision-making process. Go Live TV Hour, DJ Who the F Ever. We got my man, the Arthur, the Angel in the building. If you want the book, where can they get the book, bro?
Lulu.com, Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, Kobo, ebook and printed.
Man, so y'all heard it. Ebook and printed. You can read it on your phone, and you can read it like me. I need the book. Go Live TV Hour. We'll be right back. Let's go. Hell no.
Yeah, let's go. United Front. Tahir RBG. Yeah. Let's go. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truce. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truce. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. You pink, pale skin beast. I hate your red, white, and blue. And Ku Klux Klan sheets. I hate your president, your senate, and your campaign speech. I hate the British and the Romans and the goddamn Greeks. It's no peace, yeah. Moral persuasion doesn't work with Caucasians. You speak his language through violence with guns blazing. So what I'm saying, negotiating with Satan, it's the waste of time. You out your African mind. Gonna make these devils pay for every single crime ever committed. Cracker, you did it, now it's time to die. I sprayed a ratchet, I blatted, no moving backwards. I'm sending bullets at crackers and all faggots. Forward is the motion. Killing devils on different levels, concocting potions to stop them from encroaching on our way of life. I got a knife to slit his throat quick. Get my people hyped, cause what I write is always dopeness. Focus. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truce. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you. I can't shake it loose. This the hate that hate produced. This the hate you I'm here to break the noose and fight the devil. Ain't no truth. Raise it another level. Shame the devil. Say the truth. And look him in his eye when the enemy's facing you.
Take a step in my lane. I'm projecting the pain. Visions and pictures in my veins of us tortured and slain. So many sons and daughters slaughtered, some known on the name. Bringing my eye to the situation is why I came. I shake every pet nation, go exterminate. Marcus Garvey, Mugabe, politic, run them all away. KPI type methodology, how the gods slay. Try life and I don't play. Kill these crackers in broad day. Enter the scene, got them clean and watch me swerve out it. Big juju in my pocket, I ain't worried about it. That go for grown-ups to babies, salute my Baba Khalid Muhammad. We solid, I call for violence, is very valid. Yeah, murder these devils, it's divine order. We opposites, I reject the mixing like oil and water. Africa for Africans, representing them words strong. I say shut them borders down and let us get a purge on.
Go Live TV Hour. Hey, who's on the line? DJ Who the F Ever, Go Live TV Hour. We got a call. Who is on the line?
Hello, this is Sylvia Berry giving a shout out to Mr. Brooks. He's a friend of my children, and I want to tell you, I did read the book, and everybody needs to put it in their hands. Especially young men coming out, they need to hand it to them as they come out of the door of an institution.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Berry.
Hey, those are my grandchildren as well. They're all excited about it.
Awesome.
And my granddaughter read the book and she said it's awesome and she's 11.
Oh, and she's 11.
Lil Shay done read the book, huh?
That's how you do it, bro. Ham. Thank you so much for calling in. We're going to get back to the show.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. That's what I'm talking about. She's 11. So, I think that's the main thing that kind of stuck out to me. When you started to break down your decision-making process, I was like, wow, you broke it down so simple that anyone can grasp what you were saying to them. So let's talk about it. You had a certain way that you viewed being a father at first. You sat down for a while, and your daughter kind of wrote you this letter.
Yeah.
And I kind of hit a chord.
Yeah.
What chord did it hit, bro?
It's just you get to sit still for some years. You get to start thinking about a lot of stuff. And I was in the hole. Got into some fights and stuff. So I'm in the hole. My daughter writes me. It wasn't really what she said. It just was, where she was at. My daughter was 7 at the time, and she was in recess from school. Mm-hmm. And I said, here it is. My daughter, 7 years old, is taking the time out to write her father. And while all these other kids is playing, you 7 years old. I would imagine you would want to play. And I'm picturing my daughter sitting off to the side writing this letter, and I'm like, man. All this time I spent running the streets, what did I really gain? Like here it is, my kid is taking time out, because running the streets, I put more emphasis on selling drugs and hanging out and partying. I wasn't being there for my kids the way I should have been. So that hit me.
You did a lot to make sure that your children were active in your life once you got out. I was reading through it, and I'm not going to tell you, you have to read it. You have to read it. But this brother put in some work to make sure that he can have access to and take care of his children. For that, I salute you. Because still, there are a lot of people who go through the prison system, and there's so much hurt that they can't fix it. They can't fix it. How were you able to mend some of those wounds with not only the children, but even the mothers of those children?
Well, you can't really make up for lost time, but all you can try to do is start being there consistently in your kids' lives. Like, just like, we say we doing all this stuff in the streets for our kids, but we really ain't. It's really selfish. We want this money to go party with, show off with, buy all this designer stuff with, throw our kids in all these expensive clothes when, just like my son, he would rather be in a Spider-Man shirt than, something name brand. He'd rather have some, some Paw Patrol sneaks on. Paw
Patrol.
But
Paw Patrol people.
Some Paw Patrol. Marshall.
Right. But that kind of goes down to the values that we put in them. Because if we tell them that, if we get in them that material stuff, you need a sturdy pair of shoes. You don't need a sturdy pair of Jordans. You need a sturdy pair of shoes.
True.
If we can begin to teach that, I think that would deter a lot of the mindsets to go on with people chasing this money. Money is dangerous. I think it's dangerous. So I think that we have to be careful when you have 6-year-olds holding knots of 20s going, yeah, I'm the man, and his pants is hanging down. You can't expect him to just change without going through some of that process of going to jail. I always ask people this, and a lot of people get mad at me because I say, I see a lot of people get props for changing their life from good to bad than just being good. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I give you props for going through that whole process and coming out a stronger man from a young boy, but I don't see a lot of people applauding young men that just do good all the way through. They get overlooked. Yeah. Do you think that there's something that we can do to change that?
It's going to be tough because, you start getting into the media, you start getting into the music, the commercials. There's a whole lot that's coming at us when we're younger, and it's almost like brainwashing. Just like how a guy who might work a 9 to 5, he's considered, we'll call him a lame. He ain't doing nothing. But actually, these are the kind of guys that, these women need to be making children with. See, one of the big problems we do have in our communities is women being attracted to guys who run the streets. But, we do the kids a disservice because, you know, we're running the streets. We decide to have unprotected sex, you know.
And you end up having a child with someone you don't know and end up not liking.
Not only that,
keep it moving.
not only that, but, you know, the possibility that this man could go to prison for years, you know, so you automatically abuse this kid by having, you know.
From the gate.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of set up, he's set up to fail. And that's a generational thing. That occurs generation after generation. I had a conversation with a young man earlier. He's like, you don't know, the system is set up to destroy us. Yes, it is. So why do you want to play in it?
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff out here, man. You know, I don't want to go too deep.
Nah, you hear this? Just get the book. It's basically what he's saying. He don't want to go too deep. But let's talk about education. I noticed when I read this book that you decided to do a lot of self-education once you had that time to do so. And it's funny when people say, you know, when you sit down, you got time to do stuff. Why do you feel you didn't make that time when you were free? But somehow in you found, because there's a lot of people that waste their time when they sit in jail. They waste it. They don't get educated themselves. Yeah. What clicked in you to make, what made you go, you know what, I need to do something with this time?
I mean, in the beginning, you know, I wanted to do my time, come home and pick up where I left off at, you know, and just, you know, I was getting in trouble a lot, so I ended up on cell restriction, and, you know, so I basically read all the hood books and the gangster books that was floating around on the block and in the prison library, and, you know, I had a few older brothers try to take me under their wing and talk to me, you know, some of them were Muslim brothers, and, you know, try to explain to me what was going on and to find out your history. You know, at that time, I didn't want to hear none of that. But I got into reading books, different books when I was on, you know, when I was on restriction in my cell. And some of the stuff started blowing my mind, like what's in the book. It's amazing what's in the book. And it just, my mind just wanted more and more, and just gradually I left the hood books alone, the hood magazines alone, because basically that's all that is just poison for the mind, you know what I'm saying?
Now, how do you relay that to the young people? Because somebody telling you when you was 15, 16, 17, that Word Up magazine was poisoning your mind, you wasn't trying to hear that. How can we, and I'm asking you from a mother to a father, as a woman to a man, because, you know, women have had to do a lot of this alone for a long time. So we got a grown man sitting here that's been through the test of time, and enlighten me, please. I have a son, and he's 25, so naturally he's doing his own thing. But there are women who have sons who are 8 and 9 and 10 and 11. How do they translate to them that what you or see is not healthy for you?
It's really like a combination of it all. Like, you know, I strongly believe kind of even the music you play around your young kid plays a big part in how, you know, and how they think thinking comes, and what they're exposed to. And yes, we fathers, we need to step up more and be in our kids' lives more. They need role models to look up to instead of, like, you know, hood movies and guys in the hood that's getting money and they see a flashy car and they think that this person is really living and you know, out here doing well in life. So.
And you know what? Please don't get it confused, because there are people out here that go to college or don't even go to college. I look at one of my people that I look up to a lot is Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Because he just really put his mind to something, and he created a media that's unreal. I think what I really like to know is, you know, can you break down the process of putting your mind to something and sticking to it through the end? How do we relate that to these young people? Because they can be so determined to hustle till they get $1 million. Your hustle don't got to be selling drugs, though. You get $1 million from being on Wall Street.
That's true.
So how do we relate that to them?
That's the tough part, you know. But they need to see other people doing it. That's one of the biggest things too, you know. And that's the problem. Like, you know, they look around and all they see is all their friends are selling drugs or not doing the right thing. Well,
Mr. Popular.
You got another phone call?
You just Mr. Popular. DJ Who the F ever. We got D Angel in the building. Who is on the line?
Hi, my name is Shada.
Hi, Shada. What you got to say?
Hey,
hello?
What's up?
I'm calling because I do have a question. Not only am I calling, of course, to show big support for my little brother. I'm so proud of you and the project with your book. I read the book, and I do have a specific question, you know, as far as what your nephews, your sons, your younger family members, the males in the family who are not subjected to being in, you know, the game or in the streets or, you know, any of those experiences right now. What would you like them to take away from your book? You know, have an opportunity to read your book.
What not to do?
Great question.
You know, them to just see some of the mistakes I made, and I hope that they don't want to go down, you know, some of those roads I traveled, which got me into trouble, got me incarcerated, you know, everything else. But also just, you know, being an example is a good thing in itself. You don't always have to say. You can do, and, you know, because kids watch us, people watch us, you know, we're who they're looking up to, and, like, you know, when they're looking for information of what they need to do as a man or as a, you know, so, you know, leading by example is a big thing.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, I just wanted to make sure I called in and gave a shout out. We're all proud of you and cheering you on, bro.
All right, thanks, sis.
Yay! Thank you for watching. I appreciate you calling in. All right, that's. You know what? What I'm seeing here today is something you may not even knew that you had when you were 15, and that's that support. Your family is coming through for you, bro. How you feel about that?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah, man. I got a smile out of him. Thank you, family. He acted like the Gemini. That's all I'm gonna say. He was picking with me. Y'all don't know.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, here we go. We almost there, bro. We almost there. Hold tight. Put him in a headlock. But yeah, that was a great question, and thank you for calling and asking. I was getting there, but yeah, you do have young people in your family, and I see this as being a great guide for them for what not to do. But there are some parts of this book that they really should do.
Yeah, a lot of people, some people that have never been in trouble, you know, they say they related pretty well to some of the topics because it is dealing with just life in general as well, you know, because life is life, man.
Life is not easy. It's hard. You know, I need people to understand. I don't really aim to knock people who have been in jail or sell drugs or hustle. I just think we are such an intelligent people that if we can make $1 million from standing on a corner pushing a illegal substance, imagine what we can do if we learn his system. If we learn Wall Street. Hustling ain't nothing but Wall Street on the block. That's all it is. You popular, bro, Ham.
No,
Go Live TV Hour. Who is on the line? Get the book. That's right. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is Dominique.
Hi, Dominique.
I want to call and tell the angel how proud I am of him and that I love the book and that everybody else who I've let read the book loves it as well.
What's up, Dom?
What up?
I love this dude. Thank you so much for calling, man.
Thanks for calling in, Dom.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye. So let's talk about the publishing. Let's get to the business aspect of this. First of all, I see you're getting a lot of support. Yeah. So I'm thinking that
got me feeling good.
I'm saying though, you said earlier the media, and that's the whole reason why I built independent media, so people can see. Yeah, we can do this.
Help independent artists.
We can do this, my good people. So, first of all, Lulu, are they the publisher of this book?
Yeah.
Okay. So you self-published basically.
Yeah, self-published.
Wow. So what's that process like? Because I'm asking that question for future writers, because a lot of people say, I want to write a book, but I don't want to go through this publishing agency because they denied my book and they won't. So how do you do it? How do you self-publish?
One big thing I learned the hard way is, sometimes it's better not to try to do everything yourself. Sometimes it's better to pay people like their worth and save your time and energy. Because I tried a big chunk. It took me a while too. I tried editing it myself, and they told me the price. I'm like, but after a while of seeing what it takes to edit, and it's the book's not even that it's not a big book. Yeah. Can't imagine trying to edit a book that was a couple hundred pages. Yeah. But.
So we're self-published, which means he has physical copies available. You can also get this book online. Do you have a website yet?
I got the website up, but I'm still working on the details with that. So
still tightening it up?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm this young kid. I got your book. I'm like, man, got all these topics, man. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I can probably think that you went through that same thought process. You could do it. I can't do it. I could do it. I can't do it. I can do it. I can't do it. How did you do it, man? Like, how did you trick yourself, basically? Because sometimes you got to trick yourself into doing something.
Into what? Writing the book?
Getting it done. Getting it completely done and putting it in people's hands. The confidence to say, read my story, because it's that story you need to read.
It just... I just jumped out there. Like, I know a few people that they were dabbling in it, thinking about writing a book, and talking to them. My brother, he actually wrote a book. That's called Two Invisible Roads of Choices by Jarrell Brooks.
Oh, wow, that's dope. We got to get him in here, too.
Yeah, and so, I talked to him a lot about the process, and it, so I started, calling around, trying to talk to different publishing companies, and Lulu came up, and, I liked what they was talking, so I went with them. So.
All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. D. Angel, Through the Test of Time. This book is serious. Please get it. Read it. It'll enlighten you. We'll be back. Go Live TV. Our DJ, Who the F Ever. I'm about to put him in a headlock if he don't stop being so cool. We'll be back. You cool?
Get your West Coast drama shirt today. Rhyme Scheme has West Coast drama shirts. Get your shirt today. Don't miss this. Hey, they're only going to be here for a minute.
You know we gon' ride for that West Coast drama. That's till the day I die.
Jump into the net, little fishy, while I take your little delicate heart and just squish it. My crime spree's been intimate. Rhyme schemes
get it now. West Coast drama. Be part of that. West Coast.
Can I get a 16?
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 Can I get a 16? You already know what it is.
Mention. You think they move me to another dimension. You think when I feel I love you mention. You think they move me to another dimension.
My monochrome imagination, living my hallucination. You make me blast a bad illusion. I feel like flight to another dimension.
Imagination is bringing me confusion. It is complication in a wrong direction. It is like I'm dreaming, but it's things that I'm feeling. And somebody heal me. I need some spiritual healing, emotional healing. It's you that I'm seeing. Do you feel what I'm feeling? My Empress #1. Forever I would be your lover, man. I know, man, I would be your fool. Boy, I would fight kung fu. You are my dream come true.
My monochrome imagination, living my hallucination. You make me blast in bad illusion. I feel like flight to another dimension. My monochrome imagination, living my hallucination. You make me blast in bad illusion. I feel like flight to another dimension. I see your eyes in my illusion. Mad perception, mad perception. I feel love in my galaxy, in my galaxy, in my galaxy. I hear the melody in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. I feel love in my confusion, my confusion.
In any kind of weather, in any kind of weather, we go cross the border, we must go cross the border. We no send no bagger, we no send no bagger. They cannot put us under, they cannot put us under. In any kind of weather, in any kind of weather, we no send no bagger, we no send no bagger. Anytime I look at your picture, now the future me I the capture, now about you I the read from my scripture, baby girl, would you like to practice my culture? I cannot live life without you, girl. Before from above, back and angel.
Do you watch me from another dimension? That illusion from another dimension. Do you watch me in monochrome reflection? That illusion in monochrome reflection. Do you watch me from another dimension? That illusion from another dimension. Do you watch me in monochrome reflection? That illusion in monochrome reflection. Do you watch me from another dimension? That illusion from another dimension. Do you watch me in monochrome reflection? That illusion in monochrome reflection. Do you watch me from another dimension? That illusion from another dimension. Do you watch me in monochrome reflection? That illusion in monochrome reflection. Do you watch me from another dimension? That illusion from another dimension. Do you watch me in monochrome reflection? That illusion in monochrome reflection.
It's you and I the feel and of dimension. It's you they move me to another dimension. It's you and I the feel and of dimension. It's you they move me to another dimension. It's you and I the feel and of dimension. They move me to another dimension.
My monochrome imagination, living my hallucination. You make me blast in bad illusion. I feel like flight to another dimension. Do you watch me?
Live TV Hour, DJ Who the F Ever. We are back. If you want to give them a call before we get out of here, the number is 412-475-8313. You are watching the Go Live TV Hour. We got the man, Arthur, the Angel, on it. And he has written a masterpiece. And you, if you're watching, you probably can tell that we're skipping around it. We're not telling you much about this inside of here. And that's because we really want you to read it. I read it and I was like, yo, I wanted to tell you thank you because for one thing that I noticed in this book was that you were so honest. You were very, very honest. And, you know, you'll have a lot of people write things and they make themselves look great. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I read this book, I was like, you ain't tell us all your business. But you were so honest about what you did tell us. I have a love and respect for that. You're so popular. Go Live TV Hour. Who is on the line?
Big bro.
Hi, Carlos.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. How's everybody?
Oh, we having a good time here. Thank you for calling in. I see you've been watching the show. Do you like it?
Definitely. This is definitely must-watch TV.
Oh, awesome. So what you got to say to your brother over here?
Yo, bro, proud of you, man. I can't even express it in words how proud I am of you right now.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Damn, thanks, bro, man. Definitely appreciate the support and the love, man.
Definitely.
Glad you called in too, man.
Yes, man. Share this show.
That's my big bro.
I know that's right. You can share it on your Facebook page. And please share it so everybody can know not only about what I'm doing, but what he's doing, and that he's a great guy. He's a great offer, but he's a great guy. So thank you so much for calling in. We definitely appreciate you, bro.
All right, and I got you. I'm gonna share this all over my page.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
All right, big bro.
All right, man.
You're just popular, bro. You just got it popping, fam. See, we should have just had the D Angel call-in show. I just ain't gotta say nothing. Just shut up, Buttons. Just let it go. You have great support, and that is what's required to do anything. So, shout out to your family, man, because you're talking to a person that doesn't have that. So, thank you. Because now I feel like I'm part of the family, Dick.
You kind of family now.
I got a family now. See, that's that Gemini. So you don't know nothing about that.
Bipolar stuff.
See, but that wasn't crazy. I ain't cut you or nothing. He gonna wear a Superman shirt, say get shot in front like, yo, I'm strong, man. Don't play with me, Gemini.
You know how you Geminis get.
Well, I ain't trying to hear it. Anyway, this is what I gotta go through in life. The Angel. Are you gonna write another book?
Thinking about it. But right now, I'm kind of focused on this right now. Promoting this, getting this out there.
Now, you just did an interview with WAMO, big radio station in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Well, when is that going to drop?
That's going to drop Friday at the 4 hour. So, did an interview with Kiki Brown. What's up, Kiki?
What up, KK? Need to get you in here. I'm trying to interview everybody. That's how I get down.
Everybody in here.
He said 5-book deal in the future. I know, Shayna. She said 5-book deal in the future, man. Hey, with the family that you have, you can sell. This is going to be in the bestsellers list. I'm telling you, it should be. It's on my bestsellers list for real. I mean, it's a remarkable achievement from a man that could have stayed scarred. Gave up, and you didn't. So I salute you, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, it is amazing, Carlos. I salute you. I mean, there are so many broken men walking around, and people like you, and people like broken people is the number one reason why I created the media. Tell your story, man.
Yeah, that's what this is. I'm telling my story. It was a journey. And,
you should be proud of yourself. You should be very proud of yourself. Real quick, before we get out of here, let's break down the dangers of the prison system really quick. Because you get in there, and you might go in there for 4 months and end up doing 20 years. So if a young person finds themselves behind the steel gates, giving 5 pointers of what they can do to keep themselves cool until they get out and stay out.
Big part, you gotta swallow your pride sometimes, that was one of the biggest things I had to do, trying to get out of there, because, you swallowing your pride, you gotta follow these rules. Don't be trying to be friends with these CEOs, because none of them your friends. They there to, keep you in prison, kind of keep your nose clean and stay out of, all the chit chatter that's going on upstate, because upstate we get all the information before some people on the streets do. So it's a whole big network up there. Get in school up there, get you a trade, and get in some books, man. Don't spend your time in the yard playing basketball and gambling and all that other stuff. Get yourself in shape, get your mind in shape. Reading them books, get your spirit and shit, everything. Mind, body, soul.
Get in line.
Yeah.
All right, so you out, you free. 5 pointers of how to stay that way.
Don't sell drugs.
Don't do it. Don't go backwards.
Don't sell drugs. Stay out the streets, Try to do away with that street image. One thing I told a friend of mine, I said, I think a big thing we need to get rid of is street names. Because when you say that street name, that brings you back to who that character, who you are, and how you was living. You know what I'm saying? So that right there Education.
Continue to learn, right?
Continue to learn.
And love yourself, I would think. The
Yeah.
more you start loving yourself, the freer you're going to be.
And stay out of them bars and everything
Yeah,
else.
stay out the
Especially
bar.
if you on parole, you know. So
Yes, because them was setups. That's a setup.
that's the setup
That's a
place.
setup.
Like a lot of people believe like they can go somewhere and just mind their own business. You know, things can happen
Quick.
that you got no control over.
Quick.
So
And you, like they say, wrong place at wrong time.
exactly.
You know, so before we leave, I'd like to know where this name came, because I know the real name. I have been schooled from the first sister in Caller. Thank you very much. He ain't trying to keep it a secret. Well, Buttons gets exclusives around here.
Oh, y'all done gave Buttons the secret.
I got the secret. How did you get this name? When'd you come up with this name?
I was just thinking, that, you know, they made me want to go with a pen name. I was just thinking, just came up with one. That's all. You want to know more, huh?
I'm saying, like, this is, you know,
that's it. You like, that's
normally
it.
when I get a conversation with an author, they talk as much as they write. Not this brother in here. Fortunately, his family hooked him up and called him all show, so he
Thanks,
didn't have to say nothing. So I would make it a 2-hour show just so he got to spill it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, can I get a little detail though? Like, why the angel? Like, the angel? Like,
maybe I'll tell you later.
we don't be doing no closed door stuff here,
doing this
the
here?
angel. You see, now he's sitting over here trying to mac us. This is what I gotta go through. We'll talk about this later. Get the book, my people. I give up. I can't even get it out of
That's
it.
that Gemini stuff, man. That's that Gemini stuff.
I'm trying to refrain and behave on camera. Go Live TV Hour. DJ Who the F Ever, D Angel, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. He's a great guy. He smells awesome and he has a great smile. This book, through the test of time.
Through the test of time.
It is definitely worth your time reading it. Please get the book. Tell them one more time where they can find it.
You can find the book on Lulu.com, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You can get it all in ebook as well on those sites. Kobo as well for your ebook. So those are most of the sites you can find it on right there.
Good. So get the book. I got my copy and it's autographed because you know your girl is special. So yes. Geminis are great. That's right, Tina.
Whoa.
You tell them. Geminis are great. We are naturally bipolar. We can't help it. So don't mess with us. Try to explain this to him. Anywho, my name is DJ Who the F Ever, a.k.a. The Button Pusher. You have been watching the Go Live TV Hour. We will be back here Wednesday night. We have my man, Evan, here. He is a musician that works with a group of people called the Music Smiles Program. I'm part of the group as well. We go into Children's Hospital and Children's Institute to spread love and music right around. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So he will be here getting interviewed and performing on the present stage over in Grind City. If you are an artist and you like to be here and talk to me, you can hit me up 412-475-8313 or check me out on jpbtv.com, at JPBTV Network on Twitter and Instagram. Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah.
What is it?
D'Angel.
You need an autograph copy
I gotta remember that
too,
one.
Dominique.
I gotta remember that one.
Hi, Dominique.
You gonna cut me
Hi,
off?
Tina. Yeah, we're gonna talk to the people.
Right,
Shada,
right.
Sean. Shout out to everybody, Carlos, everybody that watch, man. We definitely appreciate you. Lamora, man, we appreciate you because the angel over here about to get beat up. Anywho, we'll be back on Wednesday. Also, if you're not in the Pittsburgh area and you still want to get interviewed, we can do that. We interview via video. So the method is the same. 412-475-8313. Get at me. Until then, my good people, do not be afraid to tell your story. If you need help with that, get at me. That is why I am here. Keep your head up and do good things, and good things will come to you. We are out of here.
Blessings never come to a dark heart.
That's right. The Angel, Mr. Exclusive. I got zero exclusive here.
Buttons.
Zero exclusive. We out of here. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my good people. Thank you so much for watching. Share, and share. Right? That Leo stubbornness. I'm a Gemini. I got something for him. We out of here.
Hey, can I get a 16?
And can I get a 16?
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 Can I get a 16? Can I get a 16?
Can I get a 16?
Can I get a 16?
Can I get a 16 host? Just gave y'all 16 bars.
Hey, it's your girl, DJ Who the F Ever, host of Go Live TV Hour live video show featuring independent artists from all over the world. Video spins, interviews, and performances. Yo, did I mention we live? Watch live on GoLiveTvHour.com, JBBTV.com, Channel 2, and Facebook.com/GoLiveTvHour. Want to be featured? Easy. Call us 412-475-8313 or visit GoLiveTvHour.com for more information. Go Live TV Hour, our media, our power.
Grass City, baby.
JPB.
Grass City, baby.
Another JPB production.